going to do a very traditional pilates practice today. So you might like to just start in this semi-supine position, feet flat to the floor, palms on body. Maybe take a big sigh and just allow yourself to feel into the support of the ground. So there's a few things I like to do to really notice all the connections that I have to the ground. First thing is I take my hands out, roll the thumbs wide. This will just bring me off my shoulder blades a little bit and make my back feel a little bit wider. Once you've done that, you can just bring your palms back in. You might also just roll your pelvic bone forward and back, just sort of hinging on your tailbone, just feeling your spine go flat to the floor and then rising up as you roll forward. Let's see if you can keep your shoulders and head heavy as you do this. You might start to notice thighs kind of drawing towards each other. Maybe the glutes starting to activate a little bit. Just waking our body up for the day. Next thing I like to do is just find a neutral spine so that the tailbone is heavy, spine is heavy. And then just start taking one leg out without twisting my spine. So keeping my spine heavy and just opening a knee out to the side. And just take it down as far as it wants to go without twisting or lifting any part of my back. And then take a breath in, bring it back up high. And then same on the other side. And you might find that as you continue to do this, maybe your hip flexors allow a little more movement, maybe not. Keep the pattern of the breath, sighing out as you lower the knee down. Taking a new breath as you draw the knees in again. The aim here is not to get your knee on the ground or anything like that. The aim here is to use precision and control so that we learn to move parts of our body without accidentally drawing in a lot of tension into other parts of our body. So right now our spine stays heavy, neck and shoulders not involved. Just notice lower body in action. Let's bring our arms down by the side of the body. And this time we're going to press through the feet and just slowly curl the spine up off the ground. So now we're really activating the glutes, activating the adductor muscles. And see if you can find a pattern here. Take your time with each movement. Press through the feet. You might even press a little through the hands or shoulders. Find that pattern with your breath. Letting each breath come and go. Next time we come down, just pause there for a moment. We're going to activate our abdominal muscles, taking a breath in. This time we'll lift our head, neck, and shoulders, reach our hands along the ground. Inhale back down, and exhale to lift. Keep the head heavy, not wrenching the neck and shoulders up. We're looking for extension through the neck. And the most important thing here is feeling that strong sensation in your lower belly. Take your fingers there if you need to. As we build strength in this part of our body, everything else will benefit. Might like to do 5 more times, but take a rest if you need. Let's come down. We might take a few angel wings, just lifting the arms, hover them about a centimeter off the ground. You might like to rotate the arms, palm down, palm up. Maybe one more time. And then we'll bring the palms back down by the body. This time we're going to float our legs up and just spend a little bit of time just finding your lumbar spine, tailbone heavy, knees together, feet together. Can you relax the shoulders? Notice the shape of the spine here, whether it's held off the ground or flat to the ground. Take a big sigh. You might like to walk your fingers a little further away, shoulders away from the ears. Let's take a breath in. As we sigh out, drop one of your toes, one set of your toes down to the ground, and then inhale, come back up. Just like before, we're using control, we're using precision. So the aim here is not to do anything other than listen to the breath. Bring the knees and feet back together. Scan through your face, your jaw. Notice if there's any tightness or tension in your upper body. And we'll do 2 more each side. And then you might like to just hug the knees into the chest, maybe a little wobble side to side. This time we'll take our hands behind our head. Keep the legs up. Rest the head heavy in the hands. And we're going to look back to our left elbow as we lift the head and extend the right leg. And then we'll inhale to come down. And then look towards our right elbow as we extend the left leg. Keep going side to side. Listen for your breath. Head stays heavy in the hands. Go deeper, just keep the legs kind of low. Lower the legs, the more those abdominals will be working. Take a break if you need to. Let's do 2 more each side. And just like before, wrap the arms around, maybe a little wobble side to side. You might even like to take one hand on each knee and take some big circles, just opening through the hips. Keeping our head heavy. Let's take a foot across the leg. I've got my left foot over my right knee. Thread the hands through, maybe just behind the thigh. Main thing here is to keep your upper body heavy, so no lifting of the head or neck. And we're just going to hold this for a few breaths. Strong sensation in the hip, let it be there. And then we'll untangle, switch to the other side. Reach through. Maybe your hands can interlace, maybe not. Side out. Not quite finished on our abdominals today. We're going to do some of the classic Pilates exercise called hundreds. So just like before, feet on the ground, reach the hands forward. Work out where your spine wants to be. Take a breath in. As we sigh out, lift the head, and we're going to start pulsing the arms. So breathing in for 10. Breathing out for 10. Breathing in. Breathing out. Keep following that pattern. And when you're ready, arms can come down. Take a deep sigh. We'll do the same again. Breathing in. As we sigh out, lift and start to pulse. Listening to our breath. And slowly coming down whenever you're ready. Might like to take a little shimmy. We'll step it up a little bit more, this time lifting all the legs off the ground, drawing them together, feet together, knees together. Take a breath in. As we sigh out, lifting, pulsing. And we'll come back down. You might like to hug in. The last one we'll do, and this one I'll give you a few degrees of difficulty. We're going to extend our legs out straight. Now, you can have your legs up high, which is a little easier. You can have your legs low, which is harder. So just notice whichever works for your body. And if you like, you can just experiment by taking the legs down Keep breathing. And whenever you need to, just take a break. Or hug the legs in. Little wobble side to side. Let's take some rock and rolls to come up to sit. You might like to just press. So you roll up onto the shoulders, then allow a little momentum to get you to come up onto the sit bones. Tuck in your chin and please keep your gaze forward. If you'd like to, when you come up, we might take a little boat pose, the Navasana in yoga. Extending our legs out, just like before. You might try and straighten them or you might extend them out. Drop the shoulders down, sigh it out, draw the thighs together, draw the feet together. Last little bit of work. And we'll let go. All right, let's bring our hands by the hips. And keeping our hands and heels exactly where they are. Take a breath in. We're going to sigh out, lift up, lift the tailbone up high. And then inhale, press through the hands, drop the hips back in between the hands. Keep going in your own time. Shoulders should be stacked over the wrists. Do as many of these as you feel like your body needs, and please have a break at any point if there's any, especially if there's any pressure on your wrists. Do one or two more. And we'll draw our feet together now. You might like to roll the wrists a little, shake them out. And we'll just let our body roll from side to side, head heavy. All right, let's extend the legs in front of the body. Might like to pull a bit of flesh away from the sit bones. And we're going to come up tall, tuck in the chin. Don't need to have your legs straight, knees can be a little bit bent. Let's take a breath in. As we sigh out, just reach forward. Let the head be heavy, upper body heavy. We're going to draw the hands together as we come up tall. Take a breath in. As we sigh out, lean back, open the arms out. Keep the heels on the ground. Inhale to come back up. Exhale, lean back. Come down as far as your body will let you. Keeping the legs heavy. Let's come up to the front. This time we're going to twist to the side. Inhale up. Exhale, twist. we'll come back. Take the hands behind. You might like to just lift the knees up and open them out to the side. Let's add in a little bit of a twist. Take our legs out front again. We'll reach our arms out wide. Take a breath in. As we sigh out, reach outside your opposite foot. Inhale to come back up. Exhale, reach. Keep going side to side. Two more each side. And we'll lean back, maybe open out the hips again. Let's take our legs wider now. And just like before, you might like to pull a bit of flesh away. Doesn't matter how wide your legs get. Take your arms out to the side. As we sigh out, we're going to twist across. And we'll come back. Roll the feet together again, just like we did before. Let's let the whole upper body be heavy. We'll keep one of our legs in, extend the other one out. And you might like to come up tall, take a breath. As we sigh out, just roll the elbow inside the leg and roll the other shoulder back. Deep sigh. Let your head be heavy. You might like to curl your toes back in. And if you like, take your hand and reach over. Sighing out, sinking a little deeper. Let's come up tall. We'll take our hands all the way over. We're going to lift up, reach up. Stand the whole body long. And come back down. This time, turn the body towards that leg. Sigh out, sink down. Bring your head down towards the knee. Deep sigh. Maybe take a breath or two here. And we'll come up tall. We're going to swing this leg behind us. And just roll onto that front leg. Now we're in our pigeon shape. Sink into the hip joint. You might even bring your head all the way down if that feels good for you. Slowly press up. We'll swing that back leg all the way to the front. Bending the knee, we're going to switch sides. Draw the foot into the thigh. Maybe pull a bit of flesh away from sit bones. Come up tall. Take a breath. As we sigh out, elbow in front of the knee. Roll the shoulder back. Take a bit of time just to sigh into it. Not trying to touch our toes or anything like that. Just feel into this strong sensation in the side of the body. You might like to reach past the ear, reach over, maybe go a little deeper. Keep trying to turn that shoulder back. One more breath. Let's come up, sit tall. We'll take the hands all the way over, reach over the body. Standing out. And we'll slowly come down onto the sit bone. Swing the leg behind. We'll come into our pigeon shape. Just let the whole body be heavy. Lifting the head. Let's drop onto our sit bone. We'll swing the leg around again. One more. We're going to turn our whole body towards the leg. Take a breath in. And then sigh out. Drop the head down towards the knee. And when you're ready, slowly come back up. Let's roll over onto all fours. Might like to put padding under your knees if you feel like you need it. Let's take a breath in together. Deep sigh. One more breath in. As we sigh out, we're going to extend our right arm and our left leg. Inhale, take them back to the ground. Exhale, reach out. Now, this one, the key thing is to keep the neutral spine. Follow your breath. Let your body extend. Keep your spine neutral. Next time we're going to extend out. And this time we'll draw elbow to knee. Exhale out again. One more time, elbow to knee. And exhaling, sighing out. Let's bring our hand and knee down. We'll switch sides. Elbow to knee. Keep going. And the last one. And hands and knees come back onto the mat. Let's roll through the shoulders, roll through the hips, any direction you like. We'll walk the hands forward, drop the spine down. Take a deep back bend. You might like to walk the fingers away. And then we'll walk the hands all the way to the back of the mat. We're going to tuck our toes, drop our tailbone onto the heels. Feel into that deep sensation underneath the toes. Two more breaths here. Come back into all fours. We'll take our right knee out. Just take some small circles. And then we're going to extend the knee out wide. Keep going all the way over the body. Foot to the ground. Reach the arm up. Lift the pelvic bone up. Take a breath here. And whenever you need to, roll back down. Finding all fours. You might like to roll the hips, roll the shoulders again. Let's take left knee out wide, maybe some small circles. And then when you're ready, extend the knee up. Keep the foot going over the body, all the way down to the ground. Lift up, reach up with the fingers as high as you can. Pelvic bone up. Take a breath. And when you're ready, roll back down. Let's come all the way down into a child's pose. Arms by the side. Belly expanding into the thighs. Reach the hands behind the body, interlace the fingers. You might like to roll onto your crown of your head. Draw the shoulder blades together. Draw the palms together. Let the body, head be below the heart. This inversion helps our body reset and restore. And we'll come all the way down, walking the hands forward. Let's press up into a downward facing dog. You might like to paddle the heels side to side. Press through all 10 fingers. Let's roll forward into a plank. Maybe drop the knees if you need to. You might come to the tiptoes. Take a breath. When you're ready, bend the elbows. Come down, maybe slowly if you can. Inhale to curl back up. Take a breath. And we'll sigh out, tuck our toes, lift our tailbone back up. Side to side. One last time, let's roll forward. Drop the knees if you like. As we sigh out, chattering it down. Keep the elbows close to the ribs. Inhale when you need to, lift up. And we'll sigh out. Last downward facing dog. Walking the feet towards the hands, one step at a time. As you get close, you might like to just take a deep sigh. Maybe ragdoll from side to side. Let's take a twist. Right hand reaches up, roll it up over the body. Maybe the eyes follow. Sigh out. Left hand reaches up. One more time each side. Finish today. Heel toe a little wider. Drop the tailbone down. Come into your squat. And if you need to come down to sit, just come down to sit. But if you'd like to join me in the squat, bring the palms together. Feel the inner knees pulling into the elbows. Feel the elbows pushing out. Let the body just sink into the shape. You might like to just take a moment to thank yourself for choosing to practice on this day. Waking up our muscles, teaching our body how to support itself. And when you're ready, just drop down onto the sit bones. You might like to cross the legs. We'll bring our palms together. As we always do, let's bow to each other.